महाराज प्रवचन जो है इंग्लिश में देने वाले हैं, लेकिन महाराज के आशीर्वाद से उनका जो इंट्रोडक्शन है वो हम हिंदी में देंगे, चलेगा? और कितने लोग इंग्लिश जानते हैं, महाराज जानना चाहते हैं, मतलब समझ सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। आज ऑल ऑफ देम कैन फॉलो इंग्लिश, यू ऑल फॉलो इंग्लिश। तो महाराज का संक्षिप्त रूप में हम लोग परिचय देना चाहते हैं। तो पहली बात है, हम बताना चाहते हैं कि पहली बार हमारे भक्ति योगा क्लब खराड़ी सेंटर में एक सन्यासी महाराज पधारे हैं। दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम इन हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट एंड हिस्ट्री रिपीट्स इटसेल्फ। तो ऐतिहासिक पल जो है ये दोहराता रहेगा, इट विल कीप हैपनिंग। तो इसकी शुरुआत है महाराज, दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम एवर अ सन्यासी हैज कम टू आवर सेंटर महाराज। The Prabhupada disciple we had, His Grace Sankarshan Das Adhikari Prabhu and Mataji, they had come, but first time a sannyasi has come. So महाराज जो है वो ओरिजिनली न्यूजीलैंड से है। महाराज न्यूजीलैंड से है और he embraced Krishna consciousness in the year 1973। मतलब सोचिए कितने साल हो गए, 50 years, 50 साल से जो है महाराज कृष्ण भावनामृत संघ से जुड़े हुए हैं और इसका प्रचार प्रसार कर रहे हैं। हरि बोल। और श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्य भी उसी साल में बने और 1973 में लंदन में, और 11 साल के बाद उन्होंने मायापुर में संन्यास दीक्षा ग्रहण कर ली। श्रीमान परम पूज्य गिरिराज महाराज के द्वारा उन्होंने संन्यास दीक्षा ग्रहण कर ली और एक बहुत ही अद्भुत सुंदर मंदिर जो है इस्कॉन डरबन, उसकी स्थापना में संपूर्ण श्रेय महाराज जी को जाता है। हरि बोल। यस। और बहुत ही महाराज जी से बातचीत कर रहे थे। महाराज बहुत एक्चुअली बहुत विनम्र है, हम जैसे कुछ लोगों को भी समय देते हैं। सो महाराज जी वाज टेलिंग, बता रहे थे कि कोविड से पहले किस तरीके से रशिया, चाइना, हर जगह, साउथ अफ्रीका, हर जगह जाके महाराज जी ने प्रचार प्रसार किया। ही इज बीन प्रीचिंग वेरी एक्सटेंसिवली। अभी कोविड के बाद जो है हमारा परम सौभाग्य है कि महाराज जी हमारे भक्ति योगा क्लब खराड़ी, यूएसए खराड़ी में आए हैं और हमें अपना संघ दे रहे हैं। एक्चुअली महाराज जी का संघ बहुत दुर्लभ है। महाराज जी जीबीसी मेंबर, इस्कॉन के सबसे वरिष्ठ भक्तों के जो मैनेजमेंट में है उनमें से महाराज जी एक है। और पिछले एक हफ्ते से 7 days महाराज has been extensively busy with meetings, लेकिन फिर भी उन करुणावश समय निकाल करके महाराज जी आए हैं हमें संग देने के लिए। So he's come all the way just to extend his compassion to all of us. So let's wholeheartedly thank Maharaj by once loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare भक्ति चैतन्य स्वामी महाराज की जय।
आप लोग सब की
जय। नहीं बोलना चाहिए।
Okay. You know, मैं मैं थोड़ा हिंदी बोल सकता हूँ किंतु मेरी हिंदी बहुत खराब है. So, yeah.
Arrivo! Arrivo!
I may drown. That's okay. Okay. So here we go.
क्या सब लोग सुन पा रहे हैं बैक साइड में? आवाज बढ़ाने को बोल रहे हैं. They want to increase.
I heard you all speak very good English.
Understand.
Yeah. अंग्रेजी बस समझते हैं. सब समझते हैं?
कितने लोग अंग्रेजी भाषा समझते हैं?
मैं समझता हूँ.
Almost 80 to 90%.
Okay. Just a sec. So, can you please repeat after me? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So devotees and friends, as I'm sure you all know, today is the first full day of the month of Kartik. And so I'm going to read a verse which is on the subject, and then I'll say a few words about the Damodar Leela. I think you all know a lot about it, but that's all right. We can repeat the information. So first of all, I will read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9. Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. And I will read very important verse. It's verse 20. 10th Canto, Chapter 9, verse 20. Nemam virincho na pavo, nashrir apyanga samshraya, prasadam lebire gopi, yatat prapa vimukti dat. Translation: neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva nor even the goddess of fortune, who is always the better half of the Supreme Lord, can obtain from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deliverer from this material world, such mercy as received by Mother Yashoda. Yeah, so there's a purport here by Srila Prabhupada. I won't go through it, but you can have a look, in your own time. It's very nice and it's very important. So let us just say a few words about these things. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschitya Deshatarne Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So devotees, let's just say a few words here about this month of Kartik and Lord Krishna as Damodar and his relationship with his mother Yashoda. Like I said, I'm sure you all, at least so many of you know a lot about these things, but anyway, don't worry if you heard it before, it's all right. You can hear it again. Prabhupada said, repetition of a good thing is good. So, yeah, it's nice. So this pastime, first point is that we celebrate this pastime every day for the whole month. We offer the lamps every day for the whole month. And we sing the song. We sing the song every day for a whole month. This is significant because, you know, we celebrated Rad Astami, you remember, some weeks ago. We celebrated for one day, usually. Sometimes we celebrate for a few days. Janmashtami, Krishna Janmashtami was a little while ago, and we celebrated for one day, or, you know, sometimes we have a special program for a week or something like that. We do like that. Ram Navami, also maybe for a week. But now this Damodar Leela we celebrate for 1 month. And there is some significance to that. Because, you know, in this pastime, we learn a very important lesson, a few important lessons. First lesson is that Lord Krishna becomes controlled by the love of his devotees. Lord Krishna becomes the servant of his devotees. He is such a great person, he is the greatest person, but like we know, in Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield, Krishna was driving the chariot of Arjuna, and Arjuna is the devotee, he's meant to be the servant, so you might think Arjuna should be driving the chariot for Krishna, because Krishna's God. But no, Krishna is driving the chariot for Arjuna. And in this particular pastime with Mother Yashoda, first of all, she managed to catch him. It is not easy to catch God. And then she tied him up. And you know, she caught him first, but the point is that because of her love, she could not stop. He Krishna could not stop Mother Yashoda from catching him. Otherwise, if he doesn't want you to catch him, you'll never catch him. You'll never force him to do what you want. Because he's God, he's independent. But Mother Yashoda, her love is so strong that he could not resist. And she was able to tie him. I mean, she was able to catch him, then to tie him. So this is very significant. This is extremely significant because Krishna consciousness, we're practicing Krishna consciousness, and the whole idea is to get the mercy of the Lord. And by his mercy, we can return to the kingdom of God. This is the idea. We will not have to take birth in Pune again. Pune, you know, I don't know about Hindi so much, but in Sanskrit, Puna means again. Puna, Puna. Pune, Pune. Again and again. So anyway, you know the story. Krishna was being naughty. Now I know that you children here, you were never naughty. Am I right? You're never naughty, I thought so. And this young lady back here, you're never naughty, are you? Are you naughty sometimes? And the one with the red, actually. Are you naughty sometimes? Oh. Well, you're very honest. That's a good quality. He said he's never naughty. I don't know if it's true. I'd have to ask his parents. So anyway, Mother Yashoda, you know the story. Mother Yashoda is breastfeeding Krishna. But then she sees the milk is boiling over in the kitchen. She is out in the courtyard, sort of outside, churning the yogurt into butter. And then she sees the milk inside is just starting to bubble up, and you know it's going to boil over, and you should never waste milk. Milk, Prabhupada said, milk is liquid religiosity. And if you waste any, then it's really bad actually, and you'll get some sort of karma, some sort of reactions you'll get for that if you waste milk. So she just put Krishna down, just like that. One moment he's being breastfed and he feels just so happy and comfortable and everything is just wonderful. Next moment he's on the ground, just like that. And she didn't ask him, can I put you down? She didn't tell him, I need to put you down. She just suddenly, she just put him down. Krishna was thinking, what was that? And so Krishna got upset and he decided to teach his mother a lesson. So he took a piece of rock and he broke that clay pot. You know, it was quite a big clay pot that she was churning the yogurt into butter in. Do you ladies, do you make your own butter? Or do you just buy it in the supermarket? It's all right anyway. Yeah, so Krishna broke that pot, out came all this, it's partly butter, it's partly yogurt, it's partly buttermilk, and now it's a big mess on the floor, at least 10 liters or maybe 15 liters. Then he climbed up, and there was some pots hanging from the ceiling, also with butter and milk and cream and yogurt and different things. And Krishna climbed up, and with a rock he broke them also, and all the contents, dairy products, fell on the floor. So maybe it was 100 liters. What a mess. The housewife's nightmare. Just such a mess. And then Krishna took some of the butter and he ate. What's your favorite? What's your name? What's he? Ritvik. Really? I thought that was what you said. Okay. What's your favorite prasadam, Ritvik?
Curd rice.
Oh, curd rice. Okay, that's interesting. And what's your name? Gachi. Radhashri. Wow, that's a nice name. What's your favorite prasadam? What's his name?
Same, curd rice.
Curd rice. All right. You don't like pizza? Anyway, some devotees, some very traditional devotees, they object to pizza because they say it is not, like Bharatiya. It's not traditional. It's ungraze. It's something imported, foreign. But I don't know if you heard, actually pizza is traditional. You know what pizza is? A pizza is a self-realized chapati. Did you know that? You didn't know that. You learned something. Self-realized chapati. Just imagine, yeah. So it's very traditional. So anyway, now Krishna ate a whole lot of butter. And normally you don't find people just eating butter. I mean, you may have bread and butter, or you may use butter in cooking something, but to just eat butter, half a kilo of butter, generally people don't do that. But Krishna does. But it's not just because he likes the taste of butter. What's your favorite prasadam? Curd rice.
Paneer.
Paneer! Okay. All right. And what's your favorite prasadam? Paneer! Curd rice, paneer. Okay. So, it's not just that Krishna likes the taste of butter, although he does like the taste. But the thing is this, you know why Krishna is so fond of butter? Is because the cows are all devotees. They're not just dumb animals. They are conscious, they speak. Those cows, at least, Krishna's cows, they speak. And they love Krishna. And they know who Krishna is. And they love him. So when they give their milk they're thinking, we want Krishna to get our milk. So all their love goes into the milk. And then the ladies, like Mother Yashoda was doing, she was churning the yogurt into butter. So the ladies then, at least traditionally, from the milk they make yogurt, among other things, and then from some of the yogurt they make butter. And when they are making the butter, just like the cows are thinking, we want Krishna to get our milk, so Mother Yashoda, the ladies are thinking, we want Krishna to get our butter. So all their love goes into the butter. And I don't know if many of you have made butter. It's hard work. It's hard work to make butter. Yeah, you know, this, churning it like this, back and forth and back and forth. You really develop some muscles. Muscular ladies. So it takes more effort to make the butter than it does to make the yogurt, or even, you know, to cook. Maybe if you cook burfi from actual milk and not just milk powder, it takes a few hours, but it takes more effort to make butter. So therefore, so much of those ladies' love goes into the butter. Yeah. So therefore, Krishna, what does Krishna like to do? He likes to experience the love of the devotees. And with the ladies, so much of their love goes into the butter that Krishna, he really likes to eat the butter. Not just because he likes the taste, like Ritvik. You just like the taste, isn't it? Curd rice. Yes. Anyway, it's a taste thing for most people, right? It's a taste thing. With Krishna, it's not just taste, like the senses, but he's experiencing their love. This is why Krishna loves to eat the butter, because it's just full of love. First of all, the love of the cows, then the love of the ladies. This is why, if you ever wondered why is Krishna Makhan Chor, the butter thief? This is the reason. So, you know, the ladies, they would like to just give him the butter. Come on, just take as much as you like. But the problem is that their husbands have to trade the butter, because that's their sort of their livelihood. They're producing different dairy products, including a lot of butter. They have to trade it with like for vegetables. They don't grow vegetables themselves. They have to trade their dairy products to get some vegetables and various other things, you know, that they need in their lives. So if the ladies, the housewives, if they just gave Krishna all the butter, the husbands would be very upset, because it's their livelihood. That's how they earn, that's how they live, by exchanging the butter for vegetables and and other things that are required for living. So, therefore, the ladies cannot just give away the butter, because their husbands would get very angry, they'd have a big fight, and it would be very unpleasant. Who knows, you might even get divorced. Yeah. So therefore, Krishna, to save those lady devotees from getting into trouble with their husbands, Krishna steals the butter. And then the husbands come home later in the day and they ask, okay, where's the butter? And the wives, they act like, oh, you wouldn't believe it, Krishna came and stole the butter again. And they act like it's bad. Oh, Krishna stole the butter, that's terrible. But they're really happy. They're really happy because it's their loving exchange. It's like practically their main loving exchange. So Mother Yashoda, there's Krishna, he's eating lots of butter, and he ate so much that he decided that's enough. So now he was feeding the monkeys until the monkeys were full of butter. And now Krishna's offering the monkeys the butter. Here, take it. Go on, take it. And the monkeys are just, had enough, you keep it. So Mother Yashoda came, and there's this mess on the floor. What a mess. And there's Krishna feeding the monkeys, but the monkeys are refusing. And because Krishna was angry with Mother Yashoda, he decided to say something to agitate her, to disturb her. So Krishna turned around. There's Mother Yashoda walking towards him. And there's the monkeys refusing the butter. And Krishna said, Mata, just see, your butter is so bad, even the monkeys won't eat it. He's just trying to agitate her. I mean, it's a long story, actually. The thing is that Mother Yashoda, of course she knows that Krishna loves butter. So what Mother Yashoda did, she gathered about 9 or 10 of the best cows from the whole herd of cows of Nanda Maharaj. 9 lakhs of cows, at least 9 lakhs. She gathered the best 9 or 10 of them. Then every day she would go around Vraj Mandala. She knew where the best grass was growing. And she would personally by hand cut the best grass and bring it and feed it to the best cows, and then milk them herself. Then turn the milk into yogurt and turn the yogurt into butter. And she'd come out with however many kilos of butter, and she'd just give it to Krishna. Here, Krishna, take it, just eat it. Maybe 20 kilos of butter or something like that. And off she'd go to do some household chores, and she'd come back 15 minutes later, and what's happened? Krishna has gone to steal butter from next door. So Mother Yashoda, she has an inferiority complex about her butter. She thinks, my butter's no good, I don't know how to make butter. Although it's actually the best. So there she sees Krishna smashed things, made a mess, feeding the monkeys, and it's terrible. And Mother Yashoda thought, I have to discipline this boy for his own good. I have to train him for his own good, so that he grows up to be, a gentleman. Otherwise, she was afraid that if I do not train Krishna, now he's stealing butter. She doesn't understand why. She thinks he just likes the taste of it. But it's the love in it that's the crucial thing. So Mother Yashoda was thinking, now he's stealing butter as a little boy. When he grows up and he becomes, 16, 17, 18, that sort of age, now he's stealing butter. At that point, maybe he will start stealing motor cars, or buffalo carts, ox carts, and he'll become a criminal. She was afraid he will become the head of the Makan Mafia. And the police will catch him, and he'll become one of these famous criminals like, I don't know about in India, but in America, Al Capone, these big criminals. And everyone's going to think, what sort of useless mother did this person have when he was young? So she felt bad. I've got to train him for his own good. So she took a stick and she waved the stick a bit, like threatening him. Actually, it was not her intention to strike him, to hit him with the stick. Because parents, Prabhupada did not approve of the use of violence against children. Yeah, he didn't approve of that. He said you can threaten them, like wave the stick at them to frighten them, but you can't hit them with the stick. So anyway, now she's got to catch Krishna, and Krishna's a young boy and, very agile. He can just jump this way and then that way and change direction and accelerate. Whereas Mother Yashoda, when Krishna appeared, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they were already around 40. It's particularly for ladies, once they get 35 or 40, generally it's not so easy for them to have children. I'm sure you're aware of that. So they had been trying to have children, but things were not working out. That's another long story. But when Krishna appeared, they were already 40, 41, 42, that sort of age. So they're kind of like middle-aged, actually, when Krishna appeared. And Mother Yashoda, if you read the description, she was kind of a little heavily built, middle-aged woman. She was at home cleaning the house and cooking, doing things like this. So she was not a young girl like a teenage girl or even a girl in her 20s who can also jump around and dodge around. She was a kind of a little clumsy, you could say, heavily built. But Krishna, he is fast. So she couldn't catch him. But as she was struggling to catch him, her love, her feeling of motherly concern that I must catch him, not to punish him and hurt him, but to help him. To help him. I must catch him and train him so he stops doing these types of things. No more stealing. So she felt motherly concern like that. And that mood of motherly concern, it built up and up and up in her heart, and it just overflowed. And when it overflowed, then it overflowed over Krishna, on top of Krishna. And then Krishna could not stop her from catching him. So she caught him. Now she's got to tie him. And I'm sure you know the story. She gets a piece of rope. Actually, it was silk rope she used as like a waistband around her sari. So she took that waistband and, you know, it's like this long, and there's little Krishna. He's just a small boy. So his waist is maybe that size, and this kind of rope or whatever is this size. It's long enough. And she put it around Krishna's waist, and what happened? It was 2 fingers too short. You know the story, don't you? So she got some more. First of all, it was, say, 2 meters. Now it's 5 meters. And she put it around his waist, but it was 2 fingers too short. So she got more. Now it's like 15 meters. At least 10 meters. And you must know, devotees, particularly you gentlemen, if 10 meters of rope will not get around your waist, you have been eating too much prasada. Your wife is too good a cook. Too much butter paneer. Too much curd rice. That's not so bad. Yeah. So more and more rope, but it's always 2 fingers too short. But she never stopped. She never stopped to think, wait a minute. Little boy, his waist is this size, meters and meters of rope, and it's 2 fingers too short. What's going on here? It cannot be. Something is really wrong here. She never thought like that. She just thought, oh, it's too short, must get more. In the end, she had more than a kilometer of rope, and it was too short, 2 fingers too short to get around once. Of course, you know, in a technical sense, the reason is that even though Krishna is just a little boy, you know, like this size, and his waist is something like that size, but actually, he is God. And the whole universe is within that little boy whose waist is apparently that size. Because you know the story, another one of our, we have many long stories. Mother Yashoda looked in Krishna's mouth. Do you remember that story? Lord Balaram told her he's been eating dirt. So Krishna's been eating dirt. So she looked in his mouth. What did she see? No dirt. She saw the universe, planets, and she saw herself in there. So Krishna, it may look like he's a small boy with a waist this size, but the whole creation is within. It is within him, and that's why it was always 2 fingers too short. But there is a very interesting explanation about the 2 fingers. Maybe someone like Sanatana Dharma Prabhu, he knows everything. I'm sure he knows. One of our great acharyas, Chaitanya Swami, from long time before Lord Chaitanya even, he says that those 2 fingers represent 2 very important things. 2 fingers, see? One represents the effort of the devotee, and the other one represents the mercy of Krishna, which when he reciprocates for the effort of the devotee. So now I don't know about your 2 fingers. Look at mine. Can you see? This is my personal effort finger. You see? This is my Krishna's mercy finger. You see? See which one is longer? The Krishna's mercy finger. Have a look at your fingers. Is your Krishna's mercy finger the one in the middle? The biggest? Yeah. So that means that of course you've got to make your best effort. You really do. But even when you make your best effort, the main thing is Krishna's mercy. The main thing is Krishna's mercy ultimately. So that's a very important point to remember. We don't want to be lazy. Prabhupada said that in ISKCON there is no place for lazies or crazies. No place for lazies or crazies. I'm sure none of you are crazies, but you must not be lazy. So anyway, she's struggling and struggling. But then again, that mood of motherly concern to help my beloved little boy so I can train him to become a proper human being. It just overflowed again. And it overflowed over Krishna. And then he couldn't stop her from tying him. Couldn't stop her. Yeah, it was beyond him. Because he became controlled by her love. So, we have, like I mentioned, we have these, so many important sacred festival occasions. Even last night, I don't know if many of you were at the temple there. You would have seen the decorations they made for Sharad Purnima. Wow, that was really amazing, incredible. So, but we only celebrated it last night. This morning, they took everything away, and the altar went back to how it normally is. And like I mentioned, Janmashtami, Ram Navami, and so on and so forth, these festivals, many temples, they just worship, they just celebrate them for one day, in some cases for a week. It may be, it may not be also. But this, Yashoda Damodar, the Damodar Leela, we celebrate for 1 month. It means something. And maybe it doesn't necessarily mean it's just more important than Krishna Janmashtami. or more important than Radharani's appearance day. Not necessarily. I'm not really saying that, but what I am saying is that in terms of like practical relevance for us, the lesson for us to learn, which is being just directly demonstrated in the pastime, is that if we really serve Krishna, if we really give him heart and soul and just everything with God, then Krishna, maybe not like immediately, but after some time, if you really cultivate like this over a period of time, then Krishna will be overpowered by your love. And then if you pray to Krishna, what might you pray for? Anyone here likes samosas? No. Oh, okay. All right, all right. You might, when you reach that point where Krishna is really, you know, he is really affected by your loving service, then if you ever pray to Krishna, Krishna, please, I'd really like to have a samosa. I know, you know, they finished prasadam, all the prasadam's been distributed, I was late, but I, you know, if possible, I'd really like to get a samosa. Before you know what's happening, people are going to walk up and just start giving you samosas. You may get 10 samosas because Krishna just told them, influenced them, give this devotee a samosa. No, it's a fact. It really is. So, this is a very important lesson for us in terms of our lives. Because there is Mother Yashoda in her life, her practical service to Krishna as a mother. And she's doing it with such love and affection and concern for Krishna's well-being, that Krishna becomes overpowered. Yeah, it's amazing. That's the power of love. So we need to cultivate our love for Krishna. And this Damodar Leela, that's the message. That's the message there. The message is, just see how Krishna became overpowered by the love of his devotee. So we can learn from that, we can apply that ourselves, and will really help us to progress in Krishna consciousness. So anyway, you know, Kartik is a special time. I think you know the basic idea. I mean, there are different versions, but some say that any service you perform during Kartik is magnified. Even I've heard some say 1,000 times compared to just normally. Whatever it is, you get special benefit from service, doing service in Kartik. And therefore devotees generally, they try to do more service in Kartik and better service in Kartik. More and better, quantitatively and qualitatively service to get more mercy. So therefore there's a practice. So many devotees during Kartik, they do a little more than usual. An extra round a day, an extra 5 rounds a day, an extra this, some extra that, reading more or doing some more service. Devotees take a vow, Kartik Vrata or Damodar Vrata, the special vow. Because Prabhupada made the point, I will close now just by saying, Prabhupada made the point that Kartik, it's sort of like when a person has a shop, they own a shop. I don't know if anyone here is a shop owner, and they're selling the same things every day for the same prices. And that's just the way it is every day. But every now and then the shop owner has a sale. And then you can go in and get the same things for less, because it's a sale. And there is no law that at a certain time the shop owner has to have a sale. Otherwise he'll be breaking a law. No, he can do it whenever he likes. Whenever he wants he can have a sale. It's up to him. So Srila Prabhupada said, Kartik means Krishna is having a sale. Krishna is having a sale. The same bhakti, the same mercy that is available generally from Krishna. Now, during Kartik, it's the same mercy is available, but for less. You don't have to make so much effort. So therefore, devotees, my advice to you, I suggest, I mean, you probably know all these things anyway, but I suggest that all of you think about what you could do more, what you could do better this month of Kartik. It's just the first day, it's just the right time to consider this and make a decision, and then do it. Okay, so try, even if it's just to chant 1 round more, but just something, try and do something more, try and do something better for Krishna, and you'll get some special mercy. And that's what Kartik is about. Special mercy from the Lord. Just like I read the verse. Let me just read the verse again. 10th canto, chapter 9, verse 20. Naimam virincho na bhavo Nashriyar apyanga samshaya prasadam lebi re gobi yatta prapa vimuktidat. Neither Lord Brahma, nor Lord Shiva, nor even the goddess of fortune, who's always the better half of the Supreme Lord, none of them can attain from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the deliverer from this material world, such mercy as received by Mother Yashoda. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Kartik Vrata ki. Go Premanande. Okay. Okay.
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to let His Holiness Maharaj know that I'm doing Bhakti Vedanta course and currently we are pursuing the 10th canto and we are referring to your notes, Maharaj. And the sloka that we just had today, Evam Virinchona Bhavo. So this sloka is coming from a sloka test tomorrow. So thank you so much, Maharaj. It was such a very thrill. In fact, whenever in India we love something, we say once more, and we can say that once more, once more, once more. We really feel that. In fact, we can keep hearing this Leela over and over and again, and we will never get bored of it. So it was so very exciting, especially 100 liters of butter Krishna just wasted. And why exactly Krishna likes butter? This is something that we understood so deeply today because the love of the gopis, the love of Mother Yashoda is involved in that. The main principle that Maharaj enlightened all of us in the beginning only is Bhritya Vashyatam. That how Krishna is controlled by his devotees. That was the principle very nicely. And I knew about this two fingers too short, Maharaj pointed out to me, but I was not knowing that this bigger finger refers to mercy. That I was not knowing, Maharaj. So many finer and intricate details of Krishna Katha which we got to hear from you, and this was a very historic moment, as we rightly said, and the history repeats itself, and the history is repeating itself right tomorrow. How is that? Because tomorrow's Srimad Bhagavatam class in Bhakti Yoga Club Kharadi is given by His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj very mercifully agreed to give us association tomorrow also, and let us come with double, triple, 4 times enthusiasm. Right? So Maharaj has really boasted us. Why Kartik? Because Krishna is having a whole sale. It's a big sale that Krishna is having. So it is up to all of us to make the best out of it. So thank you so much, Maharaj, for enlightening us so very wonderfully. We have heard this pastime so many times, but with such very sweet details is something which was a very relishable experience. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Just to share your heart, I'm having a Damodar Katha. I'm just going to copy paste your lecture. I put it in my heart. I'm just going to repeat the same thing as it is. And Maharaj, you've just shown me the way. Thank you so much. His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj ki! इतने सारे मीटिंग्स और इतने सारे ट्रैवल्स महाराज बता रहे थे कि किस तरीके से रशिया, चाइना, साउथ अफ्रीका, हर जगह महाराज ट्रैवल करते हैं, प्रचार करते हैं, एक्सटेंसिवली ट्रैवल करते हैं, और उसके बावजूद महाराज जो है हमारे छोटे से सेंटर में आए. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच महाराज फॉर एक्सेप्टिंग आवर इन्विटेशन एंड कमिंग हियर, एंड वी रियली विश व्हेनेवर यू कम टू पुणे, प्लीज महाराज, प्लीज कंसिडर दिस योर होम एंड प्लीज कीप कमिंग एंड ब्लेसिंग ऑल ऑफ अस. इतने लोग चाहते हैं महाराज, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वांट महाराज टू कीप कमिंग अगेन? We really need, Maharaj, we need your assistance.
Hare